The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone. Hi guys. I'm excited to greet everyone at our top room. Today we will be focusing on Active Directory domain controllers. Firstly I will ask you, can you hear me and see my screen? Please type in the chat whether you can hear me and see my screen. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I can see that. So, my name is Alex. I'm the StarWind engineer, and during this session we'll be discussing Active Directory domains, and also we will just review some proper configurations, proper Active Directory setups, and some misconfigurations which I was just seeing during my work here in StarWind. So, so domains are logical directory components that you create to manage the administrative requirements of your organization. The logical structure is based on the administrative authority and operational requirements, such as the need to control replication. In general, domains are used to control where in the forest replication of domain data occurs, and organizational units are used to further organize network objects into logical hierarchy. And delegate control to appropriate administrative support personnel. A domain is basically the partition of the partition in Active Directory forest. Partitioning data enables organizations to replicate data only to where it is needed. In this way, the directory can scale globally over a network that has limited available bandwidth. Domains also can be defined as units of policy, units of replication, and units of trust. Also, they are just authentication and authorization boundaries. Microsoft Active Directory services organize and keep information about individual objects within the forest and store it to a relational database hosted by a domain controller. A domain controller is a great tool for system administrators as it allows them to grant or deny users access to system-wide resources such as printers, documents, folders, network locations, etc. Via the single name and password. Once a domain controller is configured in a company, office, or building, it takes over the responsibility of responding to users' security authentication requests, such as checking permissions, logging in, etc. It's a well-known fact that Active Directory services don't consume a lot of resources of the system. So domain controllers are appearing to be the first servers that are always virtualized in any environment. So unfortunately, there are still many thoughts about keeping Active Directory not yet virtualized. However, virtualizing domain controllers now is a good choice, which gives you the ability to make your environment fault tolerant and basically highly available. Here is some of my thoughts about setting up domain controllers. So first of all, the best choice will be to set up at least 2 domain controllers because using the only one DC in the environment may cause serious problems because if it goes down, your network users won't even be able to log into their machines or even have the basic internet access. So the second thing I want to mention about is to separate your domain controllers. Let's suppose we're talking about the hyperconverged scenario where you have only 2 nodes in your environment. The great choice will be to set up a main domain controller in somewhere in the virtual machine within the local storage of your first host. By having one DC VM on a different host or on different storage, you can address nearly any failure situation, but you're maybe wondering what if something happens with both of your hosts. For these cases, of course, the best idea will be to put your second domain controller in a different site. So this could be your third host, as well as a virtual machine somewhere in the cloud. This even can be your home lab. For example, I have a friend, he basically is my colleague from the previous job, and they have small virtualized environment in their company. So he has also a home lab of 3 super microservers as far as I remember. And he has a virtual machine with corporate domain controller, the secondary domain controller on one of these servers. So, and it helped him to avoid any issues with the domain a couple of times. And of course, it's not a 100% right idea in terms of corporate safety, but it worked well, at least. Another great option will be to back up one of your domain controllers. Once virtualized, they are pretty easy to be managed by domain system administrator and can be just easily backed up with something like Veeam, backup and replication. There is no need to back up all of our domain controllers, as for item level recovery, 1 copy of Active Directory database will be sufficient. So another thing is make sure that the virtual machine with your domain controller is set to auto start in this local host. So this becomes extremely helpful in case of any power outages. Now I will I'm just want to speak about proper configurations or some misconfigurations for the DCs. So for example, we have in our environment the hyperconverged scenario, which consists of 2 nodes. There are cluster shared volume built with the functionality of StarWind. So we have some workload on the cluster shared volume, and also our data is replicated by the synchronization link, and also it has the heartbeat connection, which helps you to avoid any kind of split brain situations. So one domain controller we have on the local storage of the first node. So here it is. And the second domain controllers is somewhere else on our another server. And it basically, when the total blackout scenario, for example, comes, that only one of your domain controllers is like down, and you will be able to see your failover cluster again when your nodes are booted on. So some of my customers which were just asking about help from StarWind, they like put the domain controller inside of cluster shared volume, and this is the best scenario because of they have only one domain controller, and just when it went down, the nodes are back again, and basically they can't connect to the failover cluster. They can't do anything, and they basically can't log in, even can't log in. So let me just finish this part and go to our stand just to show you how it's configured. So here you have here you can see our Jumpbox, which is basically we can manage two hosts, two hyperconverged hosts in one Jumpbox, and we can go to the iDirect settings. So here you can see our first hyperconverged node as well as our second one. And on one of these hosts, on the first one, we have the primary domain controller. And just to show you that we have, let me just see at the moment. Okay, so we have on the third host, which we are in right now. So we have the backup DC, and it will help us in case of total blackout scenario. So let me just give it a try. So let's firstly boot to our second node, for example. Okay, so here we have our failover cluster. We have a witness disk as well as one cluster shared volume. It was configured with the StarWind. So there is the full synchronization sequence right now because I just rebooted my servers before the tap room, and so we also have the virtual machine running on top of our CSV. So let's suppose two of our hosts, both of the hosts are down. So we just go to the iDirect and just reboot them. So like some kind of power outage was here. Let me just give me a sec. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, that's right. So let's do it again. So as you can see, we have both hosts active, and for example, something happened with both of the hosts, so we will reboot them. Okay, so I guess I need to relog in here again. Yep. And let's quickly reboot the second host. Yeah, so we need just to wait until the iDRAC will come up. Come on. For some reason okay, so let's just jump on the second host and reboot them manually. Yeah, so our first host is booting, and the second host will be shut down in next couple of minutes. Okay. And we need just to wait a couple of minutes until it restarts again. So I will just say again that we have our primary domain controller on this host, on the first node. As you can see, it takes some time because we have here the dual boot system, and basically we have the VMware environment with the Hyper-V environment as well. So it's just our servers for the for testing purposes. So the key in this system is make our environment highly available, not only the storage part and also the like login part and authentication part. So everything will needs to be highly available. Mark, it depends on the size of the test lab. So basically, setting up domain controllers is an easy, pretty easy thing. And yeah, so like you can just set up one of the domain controllers on one of your hosts, and just throw the other domain controllers somewhere in the cloud, for example in Azure or something. Okay, so we're already booted. Let me just go to the host. It needs some time to sync. Okay, well, it's boot. Okay, yep. We need to access the failover cluster. Oops. Yep, this one. Okay, so we have our failover cluster manager booted, and what we can see that our cluster is here. It has some errors because the total blackout scenario was, and so we have also our virtual machine running. So I guess this is it. So the secondary domain controller helped us to avoid any kind of login issues and storage issues with the failover cluster. And yep, so basically this is it. By summarizing our webinar, just the information that I said, I will just say one more time that do not afraid to virtualize your domain controllers. You have even better options to it to manage your virtualized domain controllers, as you can back up it or put somewhere in the cloud or something. Always separate your domain controllers. Yep, again, you can just place it on the somewhere on the cloud, and well, yeah, use at least 2 domain controllers, because 1 domain controller is not enough for sure, because something happens with it and your production is going down, and you cannot just recover quickly from this one, because putting up the single domain controller is quite tough, quite tough work or something. So okay, I guess I've told you everything I got for today, so we might just go to our next part is is time for your questions. So if you have any questions, I will be glad to answer them. and please ask them. Yep, Emmanuel, this is recorded and it will be on our website in short terms, so like tomorrow or on the next week or something. Yep. Mark, could you please just clarify what are the requirements you will have to discuss? Okay, so we can just speak about it after the webinar. Yeah, so let me just, sorry. Yep. So about Aaron, about your question. Yeah, it is possible to use two domain controllers in the shared storage, but if something will happen to both of your hosts, this will be a problem in authentication and other stuff. So you will just you can just connect to your failover cluster. So you cannot like start your VMs, I guess. And you can also put it on the local host storage, both of your domain controllers, but like I said before, it is like highly recommendable. I recommend to put the secondary domain controllers somewhere else on the on the third node, somewhere in the different location, or even in the cloud. Basically, you can just virtualize all of your domain controllers, and I don't see any kind of troubles with it. You can also use one physical domain controller, which is located on your, for example, first host, and like set the another one in virtualized environment. But the virtualized domain controllers are easier to manage, so they can be backed up with something like Veeam or any other backup storage, and easily recovered. So about the Azure and domain controllers, it's pretty easy because you're just using one VM. It don't need to be just the powerful VM. you can go with the lowest one, and it will be up and running there all the time. And yep, basically it's very easy to set up this configuration. Yes, so like our physical like nodes, physical servers are in this domain, and yeah. You can back up your physical server again with something like Beam, I guess. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So in this case, like I'm recommending just to use the domain controllers in virtualized environment, both of them, because it's much easier to operate them. Now we have two virtual domain controllers in our environment. So one on the third host. So we just have this stand like 3 servers, and they are all in the same domain, and one virtual domain controller is on the third host, which is basically acts like a Jumpbox, and the another domain controller is in the virtual machine, which is like on the second host. Basically, they are servers. What do you mean by servers? So like domain controllers or what? Could you please clarify? Yes, so yeah. So basically, you just go to the server, create a domain, and put your domain controller on one of the VMs. Or you can just, if you want to use physical domain controller, you can just not copy it, but I don't remember how exactly, but you can just replicate it to your virtual machine, and then you can just delete your physical domain controller. Yeah, you can just go with the one physical and one virtual machine DC. because I'll just say it again that like if something happened with your physical DC and it totally just corrupted or something, then you can just go with your virtual domain controller and just repair your node on which the physical DC was, and just recreate the domain controller. It takes some time. I guess it takes more time than just backing up the virtual machine with the domain controller, but it's also the good idea. Okay, so guys, have you any other questions? Do you have any other questions? I guess generation 2 is more preferred according to our best practices and just our knowledge. Yep. When you restore the backup domain controller, I guess it will take some time to replicate your Active Directory on it when you will connect it to your primary domain controller. And yep, basically your data isn't corrupted. No, because it becomes the primary in this scenario. So when you will just like restore your domain controller, it will just be the secondary. So you can just replicate the Active Directory data on it. Okay, so I guess we have no questions left, so you can just type them in a minute, I guess, and our tap room will be finished. So yeah, let's wait one more minute. Okay, so we have no questions more. I guess our webinar is finished. I hope that you just listened to me and gained some tips, some useful tips in setting up the domain controllers. And I'm just that I thank you for this webinar. And yep, so have a nice day, have a nice weekend. Goodbye.